Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Sorry, but who's that?
Bonjour, bonjour, fragrance lovers. This is Clemence. I'm talking about fragrance and welcome back. I missed you so much. Today we're talking about 10 hot summer fragrance. For those who want to hear about the fragrance, no worries, you're gonna go directly to the subject. And for the other one that want to know a bit more why I was away, you will have all this info at the end of the video. Let's go now. Aye! In the sofa, let's talk about 10 summer fragrance that have new stuff but also things that I really enjoy wearing. There's gonna be a little bit of feminine, a little bit of masculine. To me everything is unisex, but I will tell you if it sounds a bit more masculine or feminine, no worries. First one is from M.Micallef and it's called Ylang in gold. That's a gift from the brand. Honestly telling you, but they asked me to choose one fragrance. Yeah, I chose this one because it was the one that for me was the most appealing. Why? Is because there was coconut. That's my only reason. There's coconut. I love that kind of exotic touch. This is really something I enjoy. And this one is super sunny. It's got Ylang Ylang, and Ylang Ylang is a yellow tone flower. It always gives a very strong and solar touch, slightly sweet. It depends with what is blended. Definitely sounds a bit like more feminine maybe, but to be fair, I've seen men wearing it and loving it. Sweet for me, the first time I smelled it, I was like, oh, this smells a bit like a vanilla cake, you know, like a cupcake. At the same time, when it's blending down, you really feel that very vibrant and sunny feelings. Nearly like, you know, those cosmetic products that you apply to protect yourself from the sun. I'm not saying it smells like a suntan lotion, but you know, it gave me that vibe that, you know, this kind of smell, you smell it and you directly feel you're by the beach in an exotic country enjoying the sun. I really enjoyed wearing it when it was very bright sunny. Not on the skin though, on the clothes, because otherwise you get pigmentation problems. It's really important. The second one is from Terence Hughes, and you know I've done a video recently. I'm really happy to have discovered this fragrance and he's been kindly like sending me some after this video, which was really lovely. I came out like to discover much more of its fragrance, which was really nice surprise. So there's some that for me really stand out, and especially for summer, this is the new fragrance. I'm not paid for that, like don't even think about that. Just to let you know, this is Haze, Terence. And by the way, like some people said, oh, Harold has been purchasing, like buying so many influencers. I'm like, I didn't receive money, sorry. And he was not even aware I was gonna launch a video. Anyway, it's got a very, for me, clean smell. It's very juicy, like nearly like, you know when you drink like a blood orange or how does it call in English? Pamplemousse. Pamplemousse. What is pamplemousse in English? Grapefruit. What I like as well with his fragrance and in general, they have a lot of depth. So even though it is a summer scent, to me, it's quite dark. The dry down, like a bit more woodier. I smell some greenness as well. There's some like foresty greenness going on, something like that. Nearly like a vetiver or something like that, you know, like quite smoky tone as well in the background. Really beautifully done, complex composition, and I do enjoy that. So I think it's at the same time quite nice for summer, but very elegant and a little bit mysterious as well. All of his fragrances are a bit like, you know, provocative. So I would probably wear that, like, you know, when it's very warm, you're going on a date, you want to impress, something like this. Stays beautifully on the skin. This is literally a gem. Next one is from Violet Parfums. So this is one of the new fragrance as well. I've done a video on Violet Parfums if you want to see, but this one is new, so you won't see it on my channel. This one is for those ones who enjoy white floral scent or floral scent for summertime. A bit more feminine to me than Haze for sure. That is for me very masculine. A nectar fragrance. It's got slightly a honeyed touch to me when I smell it. But the flowers are very creamy, delicate, romantic to me, and you can smell a lot of natural elements in there, exactly the same that I would smell them on the countryside. This one is a staple in my collection. I keep retalking and retalking about it. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, Clemence, this is really simple. Like, what is this?" Yeah, I'm sorry, but I really love it. Can I have it, please? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I didn't tell you. There's a full team in front of me. Like, nice production. I'm just alone in my room. Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Beau, I love it. Since it was launched, this is like the ultimate love for me for summer. I can't get rid of it. Okay, it's for men, as you can see, but as a woman, I love to wear it, and I think it suits a lot of women. You've got 3 notes in there. It's really simple. You've got coconut, bergamot, tonka-bean. Tonka-bean gives that vanilla type of touch. The bergamot is not too citrusy, and what I like with bergamot usually it gives like a slightly green tone, so it's quite interesting to have in the fragrance. Give a bit of freshness, but not too much. Simple, but it's efficient. Some people say, oh, it's lacking a bit of longevity. Well, of course, like it's not as long-lasting as would be like something a bit more deeper, like probably like Haze, that woodier undertone. With this one's got a very simple composition, and it was meant for me to not stay hours and hours, and this is totally normal. So for me, it's there to refresh me, to give a little bit of that exotic tone, like creamy tone, a bit more fun, playful time, clubbing scent for summer. Basically, that's what it is to me. But you know, like Le Mâle was already like a staple in the clubs in the 80s. Well, Le Beau for me is a staple in the clubs in Cuba. Like. What I'm saying, whatever is sunny, that creamy tonka-bean that tonka-bean's got like a more like a drier tone than the vanilla. It's not as sweet. For me, it does taste crazy. I've got a really nice sillage with it. It's quite funny because a lot of women complimenting me on this fragrance, and I'm just like, yeah, that's this. And then when they see the bottle, they're like, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, I love it. It's a fragrance from the house Naughton and Wilson, which is the house that created a fragrance YouTuber, Mr. Smell. You really get along with this person. It's just very authentic, and it's nice to see to me. Anyway, he's launched a new fragrance that is called Bon Viveur, and it's not because I'm doing the voice on the advertising that I'm showing it. Like Gravitas was before, bring that vintage style in a modern touch, and that's what I love with his fragrance. When I first smelled it, I smelled the cologne that was nicely on, like a No Sauvage vibe from Dior. You know, this kind of cologne, like if you enjoy this classic tone but more modernized, because what is interesting with Bon Viveur is with the time it goes like a slightly warmer touch, slightly touch of barbershop fragrance, the class in a bottle, like for a man that wants to smell classic, elegant, gentleman. I would definitely see a man wearing like a more casual suit for summertime, drinking champagne. I don't know if this aldehydes again, but for me it does smell like aldehydes. It's just like very fizzy, beautiful creation. In the garden to show you 2 more fragrances. I thought it would be nice to film a bit outside. It looks a bit sunny, but trust me, it's still a bit grey. I have a feeling that it's gonna rain on me at some point. This is what I was supposed to do today. The video was supposed to be me in the pool presenting fragrance. You would have loved that. You would have loved that. I thought it was a bit too much. Honestly, if you live in London and you don't have the sea, and me, I was born by the sea, you need the pool, like honestly. First one is, I've done a full video on it, and I couldn't not talk about it. Aqua Eleganza Coconut Fizz by Guerlain. What I love about it is it's basically a coconut, watery, fresh scent. So on the contrary to the other fragrance I show you today, it's not a creamy coconut as well at all. It's more like a light, fresh tone, and it's more like a cool, not a warm fragrance. Cool undertone, water fruit, so you need to enjoy that very fruitiness going on. More like a natural coconut, and a natural coconut doesn't smell sweet at all. It smells more watery, so you know when you drink coconut milk. Most of the fragrances I show you today got that very solar vibe, so more in a warm temperature one. This one is cooler, so it's really fresher. It's not like it's very sunny and you go by the shadows, you know. So for the ones that don't love coconut, you're gonna love Coconut Fizz. And then the next one is one of my favorite brands. I don't know if you've seen, I've done a live with them and I was so happy to talk with the founder, Pierre, a little bit more about the brands. I really got them in my heart, to be fair. I will talk about the new fragrance in a new video soon. I was supposed to launch it a month ago, but you know, I will tell you at the end of the video why I was not here. This is Flamenco Neroli. This Neroli is very vibrant, energetic, and I think Flamenco is describing like really nicely. It's super happy. When you smell that, you're super energized. It smells happy. It's got a little bit of that spicy, tingly note, so it's like very vibrant. It's really for the days where I'm like super active, on the go. French perfumery at its best, so always super balanced fragrance. A little bit of the ingredient, and that does the fragrance. Back inside. Who did say you can't wear oud in summer? I don't know who said that. You know how much I love my oriental ingredient. I love a oud fragrance. I always thought that I'm never gonna wear my oud during summer. It's from the house Terry, that is a beauty brand. It's called Terryfic oud. There's few interpretations of Terryfic oud. This one is Low, and Low is a little masterpiece for me because they took a very strong and dark ingredient and they made it much lighter and wearable for summer. You can smell also that pinch of citrus note. It does have the heady character of the wood, so slightly a touch of animalic, which for me gives a lot of sexiness, sensuality, and that's why I love oud so much. But in a very much lighter version, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna stay less. You've got a lot of citrus as well to really balance that oud and gives that like more watery composition. And then also you've got this lavender that is for me quite present, very soothing tone that is for me quite refreshing without giving something like too refreshing, if you know what I mean. Slightly rosy undertone, but it's more like the heart of the fragrance, so it's more like going through the sillage, so what you're gonna leave after yourself. So if you want something like very chic, sensual, but for summertime, quite a lot of spices as well. And look at this packaging. I mean, I fell in love when I've seen that. I was like, cute. Next, I scared the bunny. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm alone. Next fragrance is an old love for mine. But this is from Miller Harris. You know how much I love this house because I've got my favorite fragrance from them is Kerzo. Everybody knows it, I think. But I do really love Lumiere Doree. You need to love Neroli. So you know that slightly orangey tone, but also flowery tone quality with Neroli have. Okay, so quite energetic, usually a note, but this one is more a poetry in a bottle. It's a very soft neroli, nearly sweet, you know. You smelling the neroli directly from the tree. I always used to say that this fragrance was for me the light in the dark. The summer is appearing into the darkness. It smells a bit like a cologne as well. And I'm finishing with the fragrance. It's just I can't spend the summer without my fresh cologne and some Vetiver. Yes, I love my Vetiver, and what is my favorite Vetiver in this planet is Guerlain Vetiver. Spicy, it's fresh, it's classic. It's a fragrance you wear because you don't know what to wear. Very casual, chic. It's classic. It's French perfumery. It's not heavy. It's something that stays quite nicely as well, even though it's quite light. Reminds me of the first cologne. So I don't know if you know, but like first of the colognes before were used to like clean. To just smell good, you know. And for me in my family, like my grandmother is always enjoying a fresh cologne, so she always had those big cologne that she gave me hundreds one time I came to see her, but anyway, and she used that for everything, for cleaning, for just smelling fresh and good, and she always had that in the bathroom. So this is kind of a staple to me. Smell fresh and clean, but I don't really want to wear like a specific fragrance. I don't want to wear something heavy. I don't want to show off, you know. I just want to be outside in the countryside and like just like chilling out in the grass. Then I would wear something like this. It sounds a bit ridiculous. It smells like class, but effortlessly. This is the most effortless, nice fragrance you would ever smell, and it's very cheap. So what more can you expect? beautiful. But you need to enjoy classic and slightly bit of vintage. If you don't like that, you're not gonna like it. Right, so that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am gonna try to do some more videos because, you know, I've been stopping during a few weeks and it was definitely needed. So for the one that doesn't want to hear about what happened, like, you can just leave the video. But for the other one, you're just gonna have like a little note on what happened. Like, since the beginning of the year, I'm experiencing like some kidney problems, so I'm having repeatedly infection, and it's been really difficult. So they found out that I've got like a duplex kidney, so basically it's like I've got two arteries, I think you call it like that, and normally normal people will have just one, so it increased the chance for me to have infection and everything. So it's been like quite like difficult for me to manage. I've been drinking a lot of water, having a healthy lifestyle, anything like that. Nothing is really working for me. I've got a new treatment at the moment, so hopefully I will be fine, but they're kind of expecting for me to do more infection, and if it's going on and again, I will have an operation to basically cut this out. Or you know, something that I don't want to talk about, which is not really pleasant. I used to go to a hospital like every week, a few times in a week, like by myself, even if I was suffering, you know, like, so it's, at the beginning I was like, hey, I'm fine, I can do that, you know, like, that's fine, I'm a tough girl, you know. But like after like 6 months, a bit less, maybe like 5 months of that constant, you can't do that alone anymore. And I lost it. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I completely lost it. My mental health went really down, because it's still really difficult to be an hyperactive person. I always work so much, having 2 jobs at the same time. This is my usual me, and seeing myself not capable of standing up, or not capable of doing videos after work, or just not capable of anything really, not even going out or seeing friends, or, you know, like, another problem that I had to face is, at the same time, my breathing was not going well. So basically I was not getting enough oxygen. So no oxygen mean your mental health is going crazy, because you need oxygen to be able to think, to, you know, it's the started of life. So at some point I was crying for nothing. I couldn't be on video. Like, for me just to put, you know, videos like this, I would just cry in front of you. So I didn't want to give you that. So I like stopped Instagram, stopped everything. I was like, I can't, and I don't want to show happiness that is not real. Like, I don't want to inflict that to myself. It's not solved yet, so I'm not saying that I will be regular in my content and everything, because I'm feeling better mentally. So that's why I'm able to do this video. I'm really happy to do it. You can't imagine how it feels for me, like, to be on, like, in front of the camera, looking fresh and with makeup on. Like, it sounds stupid, but like, trust me, I didn't wear makeup during so long because I absolutely couldn't. Like, it was impossible to just take my brush and do this. Sounds ridiculous, but, you know, at some point I couldn't even eat myself. Like, it was impossible. I couldn't eat. Like, so nightmare. I think I've been through hell, so whatever the little piece of energy that I have now, and I can do those things, I'm so happy. I always like, you know, to talk to you about those things, because I think it's important to talk about those things, because like on social media you always see an appearance of everyone is so happy and amazing, but it's every one of us is getting through stuff. And you need to remember that when you put yourself on YouTube, or when you comment videos, or when you know, you talk to person through Instagram and stuff, always remember that we all have our sorts of problem, and for everyone it's difficult. So I would say my advice is always be kind. Thank you everyone that sent me so many message supportive to me. Like, it really helped me when I was really down. So for this community, thank you so much. Like, honestly, thank you, because, like, you know, when you're alone without your family, and you can't even see your friend, you're at hospital, and you receive like those kind of message, like, thank you. Like, honestly. Oh no, it's tears of happiness. I wish you a lovely day, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Bye now.